By age 40, half of your entire conscious life is already over. Not half your years. Half the time you'll ever actually feel passing. Most of that missing half wasn't lost to anything dramatic. It was lost to Tuesdays. This isn't a metaphor. Your brain is provably, measurably erasing chunks of your life in real time, right now, as you watch this. You didn't imagine this. Time is not speeding up. Or your brain is. And it's doing this to you on purpose. Sort of. Here's exactly why. And exactly how much of it you can get back. When you were a kid, almost everything was new. New school, new friends, new smells, new rules. Your brain takes detailed notes on new things. Familiar things barely get written down at all. Your commute does not make the cut. Later, your brain measures how much time passed by how much it wrote down. A childhood summer has a thick stack of notes. An adult month has 3 sticky notes and a receipt. Thick stack equals it felt long looking back. Thin pile equals it feels like it barely happened. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. Your life just got really good at repeating itself. There's a reason childhood memories feel unusually sharp, even decades later. Many of your strongest first-time memories were formed before age 12. Your first day of school, your first bike crash, your first time tasting something disgusting on purpose. All of it got the thick pencil treatment because none of it had happened to you before. Your 40th time brushing your teeth this month did not get the thick pencil. This is sometimes called the reminiscence bump, a cluster of unusually strong memories from adolescence and early adulthood. Your brain basically decided your personality finished loading around age 20 and stopped taking detailed notes after that, which is part of why so many firsts cluster in those years. First job, first heartbreak, first apartment, first real failure. After that, your brain assumes you've got the hang of life now and starts skimming. There's a strange shortcut around all of this, and you've definitely felt it. A specific song from years ago plays, and suddenly you're not just remembering that time. You're back in it. 20 seconds ago, you were doing dishes. Now you are 16 again, emotionally against your will. Smell works similarly. Certain scents are processed by brain regions tightly linked to memory and emotion. One specific smell can undo a decade faster than therapy and considerably cheaper. These moments work because the original memory was recorded so densely in the first place. There's simply more detail to snap back into. There's a second reason, and it's just math. When you were 5, 1 year was a fifth of your entire life. That 1 year felt like a massive chunk of your whole existence, because it was. When you're 40, 1 year is a 40th of your life. That same 12 months is now a sliver you could lose in a drawer. Each year is mathematically smaller compared to everything that came before it. You're not losing your grip on time. You're just outnumbering it. This is sometimes called proportional theory, and it never stops happening. Next year will be even smaller than this year. Sorry, that's just how the math works. Let's actually map this out decade by decade. Age 5 to 15. Enormous proportionally, packed with firsts. Feels like several lifetimes. Age 15 to 25. Still proportionally large. Still full of genuine firsts. Age 25 to 40. Smaller slice. Routine fully established. Memory density drops noticeably. This is roughly the stretch where people start saying, "Where did the last 5 years go?" out loud, to nobody in particular. Age 40 and beyond. Smaller proportional slice still, but novelty can reset the density at any point. A new skill, a new home, a new person in your life. Any of it can reopen the thick pencil at any age. The pattern isn't fixed. It's just the default setting if nothing new interrupts it. And here's the part that gets worse before it gets better. So why does routine sneak up on you specifically as an adult? Most adult days follow the same shape. Wake up. Commute. Desk. Commute. Couch. Repeat for several thousand days. Your brain starts compressing identical days into a single memory file. You don't remember March. You remember a vague feeling that March probably happened. This compression is efficient for your brain and brutal for your sense of time. Efficient, by the way, is a very generous word for what's happening to your 20s. Novel experiences resist this compression completely, which is why one chaotic vacation outlives an entire ordinary year in your memory. This also explains a very specific, very common complaint. Every single year, someone says the holidays came faster than last year. Every single year, they are technically correct. Each holiday season is one more thin, familiar slice stacked on top of all the identical ones before it. Decorations go up. Decorations come down. Your brain quietly files this under already seen, move along. The actual calendar date hasn't moved any faster. Your memory file for the gap in between just got thinner, which means the holidays aren't sneaking up on you. You're just running out of new pencil marks to slow them down with. There's also a literal internal clock involved, and it's not in your wrist. A brain region called the basal ganglia helps track how much time has passed. It does this partly using dopamine, the same chemical involved in attention and reward, which means your sense of time and your sense of motivation share office space. Lower dopamine activity has been linked to time feeling like it's dragging or slipping, which may be part of why a boring Tuesday afternoon meeting feels 9 years long in the moment. Strangely, that same boring afternoon often shrinks to nothing when you remember it later. Time in the moment and time in memory are running two completely different clocks. This creates a strange paradox almost everyone has noticed. A new vacation, while it's happening, often feels like it's flying by. Too much is new at once, and your brain can barely keep up in real time. In the moment, it's a blur, a wonderful, expensive blur. But months later, that same trip stretches out enormously in memory. One long weekend can outremember an entire ordinary season. Fast while it's happening, slow in hindsight. Your brain runs both versions at once. This next part is the single biggest accelerant on this entire list. Worse than routine, worse than age. Modern habits make this whole problem noticeably worse, and one of them is in your pocket right now. Short-form video is designed to deliver constant tiny bursts of novelty, back to back, extremely fast. Which sounds like it should create thick pencil marks. It does the opposite. Each clip is gone before your brain finishes processing it, so almost none of it gets properly written down at all. You can scroll for 2 straight hours and remember almost nothing specific about any of it. Somehow, this also still counts as your evening. This is the routine trap and the novelty mechanism colliding at the same time. Constant stimulation that somehow still compresses into nothing. Your brain wanted new. Your phone gave it new and gone 400 times an hour. Nobody wins. Here's the genuinely useful part. You can work with this, deliberately. Since novelty is what gets written down, adding novelty is what slows the feeling down. This does not mean quit your job and move to a yurt. Small changes count. A new route to work, a new recipe, a conversation with someone you usually walk past. None of these are impressive. Your brain does not care. It just wants something new to write down. Research on this generally supports the same idea. Variety measurably increases how long a period feels afterward. You don't need a life overhaul. You need your Tuesday to occasionally surprise you. Paying closer attention helps too. Distracted time gets written down poorly, no matter how new it is. You can be somewhere brand new and still manage to remember none of it. Impressive in a sad way. There's an interesting flip side to all this too. People in sudden, intense danger sometimes report time slowing down dramatically. This is likely the same novelty mechanism, just running at maximum intensity all at once. Your brain isn't actually recording in slow motion. It's just panicking extremely thoroughly. Afterward, that handful of seconds can feel like it stretched on much longer than it actually did. People describe something similar during flow states, fully absorbed in one task, losing track of hours. Flow makes hours vanish. Danger makes seconds expand. Somehow, it's the same brain doing both. So that gym membership from the start of this video, still unused? Still fine. Time didn't steal it from you. Your brain just stopped writing most of this year down because most of it looked like the day before. The fix isn't more time. There's no more time coming. The fix is more new. One new conversation, one new street, one new anything. Your brain will write it down. And suddenly, this year takes a little longer to disappear.